Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy, and this is Blue Öyster Cult. So, Blue Öyster Cult, it's a band that I think you would expect me to know stuff about. The problem is, it's one of those bands that has been around, well, they formed literally 1 year after I was born, and you'll be amazed to hear I am older than 25. 26. So they've been around for quite a long time. It's a name that's always been there in all the record shops that I used to go in when there was such a thing, and you know, for decades and decades of Blue Öyster Cult. And I listen to them not at all. I don't know any of their back catalogue. I don't know really anything about them. I think if somebody came to me and said, Blue Öyster Cult, what do you think? You know, what are they? I would say they're a 70s light rock band. And that would be all I had. And even that might be wrong, because I just don't know anything about Blue Öyster Cult. It's one of those bands. Been around for my entire life, and I have just never interacted with them. So I realise that probably comes as a shock to some people. I don't know why. Maybe we were just in different, you know, going in different directions at the time. Anyway, so why am I here then? Well, Paz sent it to me. Paz says, hey, look at this. So I didn't until now. So let's have a look together. I realise they have legions of fans, and several of them are probably watching this and literally going, what? So it's just one of those things, you know. Let's all have a listen to The Alchemist. So they've got a new album just out called The Symbol Remains, and this is a song called The Alchemist from that. You notice I keep taking this out when I talk, because if I've got both headphones in when I talk, it sounds really weird in my head. You can just hear it all going boo. Just thought I'd tell you. Losing my grip on reality. Let me just click the right buttons and go like this.
Darkness just to open up my mind. I've learned of hidden secrets scattered through the depths of time. And at my father's side, I witnessed things I can't describe. They must be evil! The people cried. So when the prince went missing and the mob was at our door, the king would not see reason, only vengeance, only war. My father's neck held in his grip until he was no more. But the prince was still alive, and I said, may never a noble of your murderous life survive to reach a greater age than thine. Because I'm the alchemist, creator of your fears. I'm a sorcerer, a curse throughout the years. And I won't rest till no one's left the ending of your line. Their lives are a prison of my design. Through the generations, they've forgotten of my vow. But still my will be done, my curse stays stronger even now. A tragic fall, a fatal brawl, all accidents each time. Oh, why must the young kings die? final king's obsession to escape impending doom reached beneath the castle walls where he chanced upon a room. And there he found his enemy, the man who cheated death. And I said, with my last breath, it was I, the alchemist, creator of your fears. It was I, the sorcerer, I've waited all these years. And when you pass, you'll be the last, a victim of your life. Your life was a prison of my design. 'Cause I'm the alchemist, I've lived a dozen lives. I'm the sorcerer, the face of your demise. And from these walls, I made you all believe this curse of mine. The engineer of all you fear, the terror in your mind. I've sacrificed eternal life for justice, for the crime. Our lives were a prison of my design.
I just enjoyed that so much. It was just so enjoyable, wasn't it? That was just so great. It was. I wonder if this guy has ever sung on any of the Aryan albums. You know, with if I could say it, Aryan Lucassen. Because his enunciation is so clear that you're never going to need a lyric video with this guy, are you? You can just hear every single word. And that's harder than it sounds. You try singing and enunciating at the same time. It's very difficult. And if you're a lazy singer, like me, you run one note into the next, which tends to run words into each other and things like that. So you kind of thing. But wow, that guy was. I'm sorry, I'm taking my watch off because it's annoying me. Speaking of watches, the Alchemist had a watch on. Wait a minute. He was way ahead of his time. And it's easier to just turn the pages of a book, no matter how magical you are. Hang on a second. I have the power. Okay, maybe not. But such an enjoyable piece of music. I'm going to go and get this. And this sounds like, I mean, if the rest of the album is anything like that, this is going to be a great one for just enjoying, you know? You don't have to, none of that. And I love albums that have all of the you know, the aggression and all of that sort of stuff. Let's face it, there's a heck of a lot of death metal on this channel, and black metal, and yeah, all sorts of extreme genres, but I also like prog and all of those sorts of things, and I love stuff that is just very good quality, and this is just very good quality, and oh my god, I enjoyed that so much that I've just had a thought. I don't know how many albums these guys have put out since I was born, but I suspect it's more than 3. Where do you start? Well, you start here, don't you? If you're me, you know, I've just discovered them. So I start here, but I don't know where you go after that. Maybe I should just work backwards, because obviously production and just the feel of the whole thing's going to change as you start going back in time, isn't it? So maybe there'll be a point where it starts to go off for me. But then the other problem is that sometimes bands have a bad decade. If they've been around for 5 decades, you know, they have this amazing 70s and 80s and then have a really bad 90s or something, and grunge and new metal tries to kill off bands like this, and then they come back in 2020. I know it's 2021 now, but you know, it wasn't. Yeah, it's just such, I've got this huge array of albums, I'm sure. I haven't looked into it, but they're going to have a few, aren't they? I'm just wittering now. The review's over because I can't say anything about it other than it's just so good and so enjoyable. And I'm just going to look at their Wikipedia pages to see how many albums they've got. Discography. Studio albums starting in 72 with Blue Oyster Cult. Seems fair. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know if any of those are live or best ofs or whatever, but there are 15 listed on Wikipedia, including this one. So after I've got this one, what do I do then? Where do I go? I don't know, but that song was just so enjoyable and so fun. I want the album. There you go. Let me know what you think. I'm sure there's some Blue Oyster Cult fans watching this. Whether they got this far is a different question. But yeah, what do you think of this? Is this representative of Blue Oyster Cult? Or is it like a modern take on what used to be something else? Or I don't know. This is the sort of thing that happens to bands, isn't it? Members change. If you've been around this long, members die. You know, I don't know whether any of that happened, but you know, they change members and stuff changes, and you have hopefully you've got the core remains right through. But let me know what is this like compared to older Blue Oyster Cult, I guess. Yeah. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.